Welcome back to the second episode of season 3 of Instantly 20. I'm your host, Keely.
And I'm Ash.
And today we're really excited because we are going to be doing an Am I the Arsehole podcast episode. We had put the poll up on Instagram about a week ago just asking which which podcast we should do next. And this was the most highly requested episode out of all of them. We had so many DMs of people saying that they thought this was a great idea. So we thought we'd give the people what they wanted. But before we get into this episode, we are going to be doing our new segment that we're going to do each week. It is called When Did I Ask? And Ash is going to tell you a little bit more about it.
I'm ready. Okay, I'm really excited for this one because instead of me giving my unsolicited advice, I'm going to ask you guys for advice. And it ties in perfectly with today's Am I the Arsehole? Because I want to ask you guys if you think that I would be the arsehole. So context, my friend pretty much just told me something the other day about what's going on in her life, and I was trying to give her advice and stuff, and then I felt like it would be so juicy to talk about on the podcast. It's just, it's a crazy scenario with what's going on, and I thought, wow, this would be perfect for the Am I the Arsehole? But obviously, I think that would be, I don't know, just like, would it be right morally to kind of talk about someone else's situation just for content and to like boost my own platform or whatever?
Like it definitely crosses a boundary that I feel like is a bit
like, I'm so happy to like share our personal stuff, have a laugh, like learn from our lessons, like talk to you guys about it. But I don't know, do you think I'd be the arsehole? But then I think, I wouldn't be saying her name. You guys don't know who this person is. But then I feel like they would listen to it and be like, is this fucking play about us?
Literally.
I'm like, hold on, wait, is this about me? Like, I just think that would be a bit of a uncomfortable situation. But if it was something really, really juicy and just not what you come across every single day, I don't know, like it would make for a good conversation.
I think it's really interesting that you've brought this up because a couple years ago, like when we just started the podcast, I had a friend at the time who actually messaged me and I hadn't heard from her in a couple of months, and she was like upset with me, not because I said something, but because she had so much anxiety about our podcast that I was going to use her life as an example. That was one of the reasons why she stopped talking to me.
Wow, you're not that interesting, babe. Like,
but I haven't seen her or heard from her in years, and that was part of the message of like we just did not gel. Like it just wasn't working anyway. However, one of the things she said to me was, "I'm just so scared that you're going to talk about my life and my shit going on your podcast," and I was like, I would literally never do that without permission.
Look, I think the only time we've really ever sat here having a bit of like a bitch about someone would be our roommates episode. If you go back to the first season, I think it was like one of the first 4 or 5 episodes that we ever put out.
It was actually good.
It wasn't even a bitch. Like, we really took accountability for like where we went wrong and like what we've done, how we've learnt from our own behavior, with a little bit of like but then they were a bit, crazy and then they did this and that. So I feel that we've played fair. Like, I feel that we've been pretty good. But yeah, I don't know. Do you guys think that I would be the arsehole if I told you and kind of not used it for content, but just even to put it out there for a bit of life advice and, hearing from other people's like relationships and friendships and work and stuff?
Or do you feel like we'd have to explicitly ask them for permission to use a story as an example, even if we're not naming them or like anything to do with them? I'm really curious to see what people think. But like, it just for context, we've never spoken about anything about somebody else's life or a story unless we've posted about it on Instagram in the past, and people replied with stories.
People submit,
Just so y'all know.
Which episode was it that we did? I think it was like on Halloween, like
we spoke about people's nightmares and horror stories and like just crazy shit that has happened to people. I loved that episode. And it was
funny because my boyfriend actually had one of those in there. And I said, I'm going to put this in the podcast. And then when he listened to the episode, he goes, oh my God, people are going to know it's all about me. And I'm like, no one has any reason to suspect that it is. So when we put polls up, just know that everything is anonymous as per always. I mean, if you want us to name drop and say your embarrassing moments. But yeah, am I the arsehole? I don't know. You guys let me know. Give me a DM and let me know if I would be. But that leads us into the next one. Keely, you tell us your unsolicited advice.
Okay, mine's like super, super random, but like I feel like you guys are going to laugh at me. But my unsolicited advice for everybody today is that servicing your car isn't an option. Like, it's actually not an optional thing to spend your money on just because you want to treat your car. Like, you should be servicing your car, and I learned that the hard way recently. I've had my first car for like 6 years, and like I knew she was on the way out. Like everybody's kept saying like, Keely, like your car, she's looking a bit
These
like
noises.
I've let this car run out of fuel 4 times. Like genuinely run out of fuel.
Keely's just on the highway like, someone help.
Please help. One time something, part of the clutch fell out of the car onto the ground, and I had to get my car towed in Queensland when I lived in New South Wales. Literally crazy times. Like so many things have happened to this car. And then anyways, I'd already kind of had it in the back of my head that I like kind of wanted to get a new car. And I was like, all right, slay, like I'll just take it for a service, get it looking all sparkly and clean, and then I'll try to sell it to like a young girl, and then I'll use that money to get my new car. Like I had it all planned out. Anyway, I take it to the mechanic, and they told me that the car had like easily 3-4K worth of repairs needed to, who was like, you need to get a new clutch, you need to do this, you need to do that. Like when was the last time you serviced it? And I was like,
Like, I'm just a girl.
ever. I'm just a girl. But literally, and then the worst part is, it was so embarrassing. Like when I went to get my new car, like when I found out my car was like screwed, I was like, all right, let's just go and like see if I can trade it in for like $1,000. I wish. Or like more than that. Anyway, the guy like goes looking through my car, he's writing notes, and he goes, oh, where's your service book? And I was like, there's a service book? Anyway, I found it. He starts looking through it and he goes, you haven't had your car serviced since 2019. And I was like, I didn't realize that there was a literal logbook in my car. Like, I just thought I could lie my way out of it and tell them I'd serviced my car. But apparently there's a legit record in your car. Nobody taught me this. Anyways, so that's something that I learned the hard way. I got $500 for the car, thinking I could get a few thousand to use against my new one. Absolutely not. So yeah, I will be taking accountability for this one and looking after my new car like it's my prized possession, and I will be getting it serviced. But everyone's going to think I'm a literal idiot for that. But just in case your parents didn't tell you, oh my God, I nearly choked. And just in case your parents didn't tell you to service your car, just make sure you are, especially if you're like 18 and you got your first car and you're in keys and stuff. Just remember, like, put the money aside, because it's going to come back to bite you one day. That's all I have to say about that.
Someone's sitting there listening going, oh, wait, I haven't done mine in a long time, but I'll go book it in.
But the way that I got it to last 6 years.
Keely, this car was like rattling and like shaking on the side of the road, and we're all like, girl, it's time.
Oh no. Anyways, that's my unsolicited advice for today. But I'm so excited. Should we get into the episode?
I'm really excited. Okay, I'm going to let you start off first because I know that you've got some juicy ones. But I feel like juicy because you've shown me like your reactions and kind of been like, oh, I'm really excited. But we actually don't know. So this is the first time that we're disclosing to each other. And yeah.
Well, we're going to do a couple each. I've got a couple and Ash has, I think, one less. But we also wanted to say one of them is about us, but we're not going to tell you which one it is. Just so get thinking. You can try to guess if you like. Comment on our Spotify. Anyways, Ash is going to like this one, I think. Okay, I'm so curious to know what you think of this. Am I the asshole for choosing a concert over my best friend's wedding? My best friend is getting married in July overseas. The problem is my fiance and I booked the Eras Tour tickets in a different city for the same date almost a year ago, along with flights and accommodation. She knew about this trip when she got engaged, but only set her wedding date last month. I reminded her, but she told me to cancel everything because a real friend would drop it all for her wedding. I explained the costs and planning involved, but she still says I'm the asshole for not cancelling. She will not speak to me unless I send proof that I'm backing out of this trip. I love Taylor Swift so much. This is my absolute dream to go see her. Am I the asshole, and should I go to my best friend's wedding?
Dude, I don't know. That's hard though, because like, it depends how close you are. Like if you're talking bestie, I think that's a bit iffy.
Would you go to a Taylor Swift concert instead of my wedding if you already had the tickets?
Sorry, girl. No, I would. I would go to your wedding.
Thank God.
If you invite me.
You will be invited. Of course you'll be there.
Oh, I don't know. I think if it was planned so far in advance, it's kind of like, and if it was one of your closest friends.
They should have known.
But if it was kind of just like a friend from like the sidelines, I think I need to know more about how long they've been friends for, you know, a bit more of like a backstory.
I feel like on one side, like this friend that's getting married, if you told her that, you know, I've got this concert, it's my dream, we're going on this like overseas holiday, like I'm so excited, and like you said, like, oh, it's going to be in July, surely they'd remember that that's coming up. Also, being the Eras Tour, like everyone remembers, like that was like the biggest tour of them all. I feel like you'd remember that if they were your best friend. Like if it was us, I would remember that you're going to a concert in July, and I would at least like say I was going to have somebody as a bridesmaid. I would probably check that they're available on those dates before just being like, come to my wedding. But
I think as well the fact that it's like a holiday overseas where it's like, oh, if she's just going to be like in your local town concert, it's kind of, you know, a bit hit or miss. But I think because she's planned it so far in advance, has gone, spent the money, spent the tickets, like really prepped in advance for this, I'd say no. I don't know. I'd say
it's hard.
she's not the asshole for going.
I feel like, especially if like you've spent thousands of dollars on this holiday, like, and you can't get the money back, like I would say like I would still probably go on the trip, especially like because it was pre-planned. If different story if you knew your best friend was getting married in July and then you got Eras Tour concert tickets, like you're definitely the asshole. But I feel like this one's like a bit 50-50. But I also don't blame the friend for being upset. I don't know.
Especially if there's like a date that's sentimental for her or
Just know that I would not go to Taylor Swift for you though, Ash.
Thanks, girl.
Just so you know.
Love you.
Just put it out there. All right, your turn.
Okay. This one made me laugh. Am I the asshole for pointing out to my friends that they're not famous? My friends are dating and they're also actors who have had small roles on a few TV shows, like up to 1 or 2 lines. Neither of them have a following in real life or on social media. They've each got under 1,500 followers combined. Anyway, last week I posted a group photo, picture on Instagram of people celebrating a friend's birthday. And in every one, they all had their arms and shoulders around each other. Very platonic. Anyway, yesterday in a group chat among the 3 of us, they asked me to take the photo down because they didn't want to know that they didn't want the public to know that they were dating. I would have considered it to take it down if they looked bad or sloppy, but they don't. Also, everyone had their arms around each other, not just them. So I asked what they meant, and then oh, sorry, guys, I'm really bad at reading.
It's all right.
Anyway, I asked what they meant, and they said that they didn't want to end up in gossip rags. I pointed out that they're not that famous, and they don't even have functioning IMDb pages. I'm assuming that's like American.
Oh, it's like Wikipedia for actors.
Slang. Okay. They were livid and called me a bunch of names. I think they're delusional, but they've been texting me demanding I remove it and even sent me screenshots of them reporting it, even though nothing has happened. At this point, I don't even want to be their friend. However, and probably because I'm an asshole, I don't want to delete it based solely on principle. Oh my god, sorry, my reading is so bad.
That's all right. Oh my god, that actually made me laugh because do you want to know a story this has happened to me and a friend before, like genuinely. Okay. I just have to like interject with this one. I was in Melbourne and my friend used to work with somebody that had his best mate had been on Love Island, like UK Love Island, and I'm not going to name them, but this person is well known, but not in Australia. Like I know who he is because I've seen that season, but like anyway, we were hanging out, and then her friend that like worked with her came over and was like chatting, and then next minute this person from Love Island walks over, and I was like, oh no way, like that's kind of crazy, but like I did not care. I was like, I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, like I was just like, oh that's cool, like I know who he is. Anyway, we were sitting down in this club. Sorry, I keep like choking on my words, guys. This is so weird not being able to like pause and then edit out what I'm saying. Anyways, we're sitting down in this club and she starts doing like a little, like not even filming him, just kind of like scanning the room for her Instagram story. And he like jumps up and he puts his hand out because I think there's also a girl there that like he was kind of seeing, but it wasn't like really known. She was from like, I think she was from Australia's Love Island. Anyways, and like he didn't want like anybody to know about it, and he like jumps up and like grabs her phone and he was like, don't post that. And she was like who even knows who you are? Like who even follows me that's gonna see this and be like, oh my god, it's that guy from Love Island, and then like post about it somewhere. It was the funniest situation I've ever been in because I was just like, I feel like just like nobody cares that much to like
crazy.
Say anything. But yeah,
I mean that's hard though because some of these Love Island stars have got like up to like 1 million or 2 million followers on Instagram.
That's true.
I mean, if it was Molly May and like Tommy Fury, I'd kind of be like, I get
fair
it.
enough. Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, I guess it depends on like how popular he was, the following, if he's had like so much dirt in the media.
Like he was like known, but like who even cares? Like, I don't know. I just thought it was really weird. But just in that situation of like, are you the arsehole or they are the arsehole? I think everybody has a right to be asked to be deleted from social media for sure. Like you might just not feel good about yourself, or like you just might not want something on the internet. Like a lot of people are out there that are like just quite private. Like I feel like sometimes I post stuff of Ash and she's like, take that down right now, and I'm like, oh sorry girl. But also, I just think that's really funny that she's like pointed like, girl, you're not that famous. Like, because I think some people get really like in their head thinking that they're like the shit, but they're just not. Do you know what I mean? It comes across a bit like narcissistic to be like, oh, like I don't want it to be like in a gossip page. Like, that's hilarious.
I mean, I think it also is like, in this case, if it wasn't like all kissy, it wasn't messy or anything, I'm just like, it's a group photo. Like, who really cares?
It's a bit
But
random.
I also think if people are so like crazy about it, you are probably being dodgy. Like, you're probably with someone else and not wanting to know that you're getting around town. Anyway.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's pretty funny though. I don't think that person's the asshole for calling them out. Maybe the asshole for not taking it down, because I do think if somebody asks you to delete photo, just delete it. Like, that's just how I feel about it, because that's just people's, you know.
What if you looked really hot?
What if you looked hot? Exactly.
You know,
True.
when you really like a photo, then your friend's like, no, I look fucked. And it's like, whoa, but I look really good.
I look really good. Let me keep it up.
And then all the other ones just aren't cute of you. And you're like, are you kidding? I think that's us. Keely and I are always like, no, I like this one. No, I like this one. And we're like, compromise.
Literally.
Yeah.
So true. All right. Do you want my next one?
Yeah.
I don't know why, but mine are all like about weddings. So
Mine are all weddings too.
Really?
That was my
I
only
feel
non-wedding
like
one, I think.
weddings just seem to really stir the pot and create so much drama. I've seen so much about it. I'm just like, interesting.
Bridezillas, different friendships.
This one's a little bit different. Okay. So, am I the asshole for asking my bridesmaid to stop trying for a baby? I'm due to get married in 10 months' time, and my best friend and her partner have been trying to start their family. I've just had their dresses fitted, and I prefer her to stay the size she is now just until the wedding, so I've asked her to stop trying until after I'm married. Am I the asshole, or should she withhold from having a baby?
She's the asshole.
Yeah, absolutely.
If your friend gets pregnant and then she might even be like, I don't want to be in the wedding party anymore. That's a bit asshole-ish if she's already committed. And then I think it also factors into like costs of dress. That should then be on the friend. It's like if I went and like lost a bunch of weight or like gained a lot of weight, like I don't think that then that's up to the bride to make those alterations for the dress.
For sure.
I don't think it is. After they have already settled on, you know, the dress, the style, the colour, the fit, and like everyone's had their fittings, you know, I'm like a shorty, so like, yeah, let's get Ash's hemmed, like, you know, make any adjustments that you need to for the bridal party. I think after you make that initial adjustment, it's then on anyone else if they have any issues. To get
alterations, yeah.
What the hell?
But also, I wonder if this person also just doesn't want a pregnant friend in her photos. Do you know what I mean?
That's dirty.
That's awful.
I don't like that.
That's asking someone to put their whole life on hold just so that you can have good wedding photos or like not have to change a dress. Like, that's not okay. That's like literally messed up. I saw that one somewhere and I was just like, oh my God, I have to use this for the episode.
Ew.
I hate it.
That makes me feel icky. I don't like that.
Not a good friend. You are the asshole, is what I have to say about that. Do you want to do your next one?
I have another one. It's really long, guys, and I'm bad at reading, so it makes me stressed. Okay. Would I be the asshole for not going on a bachelorette trip to a water park because I'm overweight? I, female 25, am a bridesmaid in the wedding of a good friend this fall. She had us planned to be going, wait, let me just kind of skip through it because it's really long.
It's like when somebody asks you at school to read a page of the book and they're going around the room, they're like, and you're like, you know you're next, and you're like,
with your heart pumping, you're like, oh my God, and then you always screw up.
I always screw up too.
These are just like really long. Anyway.
Just bear with us, guys.
Okay. On the weekend, the maid of honor sent out what she decided on for the trip was for the entire group to go and spend the night and the weekend at an indoor water park resort. Okay. As soon as I saw the message in the group chat, I knew the trip wouldn't be fun for me due to my size. I'm 5'7" and 270 pounds. I don't know what that is in kgs. Sorry. And the maximum weight for a single rider on the majority of the slides is 250. There are a few 300-pound maximums or two-person rides with 400-pound maximums. But the idea of standing in my bathing suit, being weighed to make sure I can go, makes me uncomfortable. I know I'm overweight and need to lose some, but the insecurity isn't the main thing holding me back. I'd happily go on a beach vacation and rock a bathing suit the entire time. It's the combination of the bathing suit, weightings, and the fact that I just know I'm too big to participate in many of the rides and it doesn't seem fun for me. Because I couldn't do the same things as all the other girls. There are a few heavy girls in the party, but I'm by far the biggest, and I think I'm the only one that exceeds the 250 pounds. I think it
girl.
would leave me feeling bad all weekend instead of being upbeat and excited for the bride.
Oh.
And then she ended up telling her friend politely, and then her friend got upset, and now that they're like cancelling her for not going because it's selfish.
Oh.
Anyway, to summarize.
That girl is not the asshole at all. I think like if you're, I mean, from the bride's perspective, organizing that, like you would never sit there and at the start think to yourself, oh, I'm not going to plan it because my friend's going to be too heavy from the rides. Like you wouldn't think that.
It was a maid of honor that planned
Maid of
it.
honor that planned it. Well, like still, like someone's not going to sit there and think that about their friend, because that's awful if you're sitting there planning something and being like, oh, actually such and such can't do that because they're too big. Like that's awful. Like obviously the friends aren't going to think of it that from that perspective, because you love your friends and you're not going to think negatively like that. You know what I mean? But in the, like, to wrap it up by the end, but the friend's gone and said something about it, said, I don't feel comfortable doing this and I don't want to like dull the mood. The friend should absolutely go, oh my God, you're right. Like, I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry. Like, you're beautiful and I'm so, like, really sorry you feel that way. But I wouldn't want you to, like, feel uncomfortable the whole time, because that's just shit to have to feel like that.
I also feel that if they've already planned this and it's like been something that the entire group's been really keen to go do, and they've whatever bought tickets, booked the night at the water park, whatever it is, I think that then that's on the friend to go, I don't feel comfortable, but I'd love to chill by the pool. I can have a few drinks while you guys, you know, or like read a book or
That's true.
relax or whatever it might be while you guys do that. I don't think it then should be like a big major thing being like, oh, like, let's not do this at all. Like, let's change the entire plan. But, you know, instead speaking up and saying, hey, like, I'm so fine for you guys to do this. I'm not going to purchase a ticket, but like, I will still be there.
That's true. I feel like it's really hard from both perspectives, but I also don't think that like the other bridesmaid or the bridal party have any right to be mad at the friend for saying, I actually don't want to do this, because everyone's like within their own right to do things that, you know, they feel comfortable with, especially for this girl. Like that's just like a really crap feeling to have to think that way. I don't know. I don't think either of them are in the wrong, but I also don't think either of them are in the right. I feel like they're both entitled to feel that way. But it's also shit that it came to like a head and had a fight about it. Like I'd hate that.
Yeah.
Once again, weddings just cause drama.
Everyone gets so heated.
I agree. You know what? My next one like kind of I feel like goes with that a little bit because it's to do with pools. Okay. Am I the asshole for wearing a bikini to a public pool where there were lots of kids and taking photos with my best friend? A few years ago, me and my best friend were sitting at a public beach pool. It was in the middle of summer, we were on a holiday together, and we really wanted to get some hot pics for Instagram. We were minding our own business when suddenly this woman comes out of nowhere and starts absolutely abusing us, calling us horrible names, slut-shaming, and telling us to get out of the pool. She said we were disrespectful to the children and the men, and that if we didn't get out of the pool immediately, she was literally going to rip us out by the hair. Am I the asshole, or should my friend and I have been more considerate with our choice of swimwear? Oh my God. That's like fucked up.
I'm getting deja vu.
Deja vu.
Deja vu. I wonder who this story is about.
Okay, guys,
Anyway,
it actually is about us. I
this
may as
was
well just
about
tell
us,
you.
yeah.
We've spoken about it before in one of the episodes, but like, I'm so curious what everybody thinks. Like, should we have not been wearing swimmers at a public pool where like kids are there? Was it the taking photos that was the problem? Like, I don't think that the bikinis were that skimpy. Like, they really weren't.
It was the fact that we were in the adult section, however, we were in the shallow end, and then on the other side, like 5 meters, not even 5 meters, like 15 meters away, was a completely different section only for like children and families. So I think that, you know, I think we were there first and then a kid had joined in or whatever, like not joined in.
They were like, I'm going to get the photos too. No, they weren't.
I want to be an Insta baddie, pick me. No, but like there was a kid kind of frolicking, like not right next to us, but sort of in the same area, but we were there first.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
Oh my God, I'll never
Crazy.
forget that. That was like the most messed up thing. Actually, I think Danny sent us a video the other day of something similar on TikTok happening to these other girls and they got it on camera. I just wish we had a video of this because like
my God.
it's more insane than it sounds. She was literally like going off, but I'm just like, I still wonder because nobody came to our aid. Like nobody tried to stop her. No like lifeguard or, you know, man that was sitting by the pool came to try to like calm her down or protect us, I guess. Like everyone just stood there and watched, which makes me wonder if other people thought the same thing, like, oh, that's inappropriate, these girls taking photos of at a pool. But also, we live in a world where everybody does that. Everybody's trying to get their next Instagram picture, like it's, and this happened like maybe 4 years ago, I would say now. Like 2021 was still very much in that time. Like nothing's changed too much over the last 10 years in terms of people trying to get Instagram photos. Like I don't think it was that out of pocket to be on a holiday taking a photo. I don't know. I just always wonder if she thought we were trying to get like OnlyFans content.
Yeah, probably. But the thing is that she was like she had like tattoos in her eyes. I don't know how that's
She had
possible.
the teardrop under her eye. It was so scary.
But she, like, not to discriminate or anything like that, but she just looked a bit crazy. Like, this girl looked like she did some time, and then the police ended up coming because she was about to jump in and like attack us. I'm not even kidding. Like, she was literally seeing red. So Keely like grabbed all of our like, you know, our towels and like the little bag with like our phones and stuff in it. She grabbed our stuff. She like snook over, like grabbed it, and then we started swimming in the deep end. Like, she was holding it above water. And then we went over and we're like, someone please get the police. Like, she was ready to jump in.
She like the thing she was saying, I'll never forget. Oh.
Which is crazy because I still think about that. Like, whenever I'm like, especially in a bikini or whatever, I just think that it probably just came down to jealousy and, you know, whatever it was. But
I also thought, Ash just said like she looks like she'd done some time. Like she did. But the funniest part was we were saying that, and then the police eventually came to, you know, tell us it was okay to leave and that she'd been banned from the area for like however long. They were like, oh yeah, like she's in the system. We're like, oh, okay, thank you. Like, anyways. But I'm so curious, if anybody listens to this, DM us, like let us know, like, do you think we were in the wrong? Or, I mean, she was definitely in the wrong for the way she treated us, but was she in the wrong for assuming that like we were sluts? That's what she called us. Slags.
Desperate slags.
Desperate slags, literally.
Okay, my next one, my lucky last. Would I be the asshole for taking my friend's wedding as a holiday and not attending the wedding? I'm 27 and have been friends with Ava, 28, since college. She made me a bridesmaid for her destination wedding, along with others, including her fiance's sister Mia, who she had already said was difficult. On the bachelorette trip, Mia falsely accused me of stealing her earrings and made passive-aggressive comments to me the whole time. I was upset that Ava didn't defend me, even after Mia later found her earrings and never apologized. When I told Ava this really affected me and I was dropping out of the bridal party, she said it would mess up the wedding plans. Since she already covered my travel and hotel and we can't change our time off work, my boyfriend and I are thinking of just using the trip as a holiday instead. Am I the asshole for not going to my friend's wedding and taking the holiday instead?
That's like...
It's a bit extreme over some earrings.
I was gonna say.
I hope they're diamonds.
That's crazy.
Yeah, my diamond earring came off in the ocean.
But like, surely maybe they've already got their like itinerary and like the email from the airline with like the reference and stuff. So I guess they've already got that, and the friends paid for it, which maybe that's how they're able to go. I was gonna say, if that was me as a bride, I'd be canceling their flights and getting a refund immediately. Like, I would not take that. That's so messed up. Like, I don't know. I mean, it's awful that like the bridesmaid was being like that and just causing drama. Like, that's a bit stupid, a bit shit. But
well, I was quickly going to chime in. Some people, like some brides do pay for flights or accommodation, like either just pay for one. Sometimes they say like, we can't afford to do all of it. So I think in that case, it sounds like she's probably already paid for it and like has booked it herself. But if the accommodation would be like near where everyone else is staying or like in the same resort, is that not
awkward? I could not do that to somebody. I don't know. But like, also, like, if you've got flights and you want to go overseas, like, yeah, you're the asshole, but like, take the free holiday.
Yeah.
That is not okay.
I do think that the bride should stood up. Anyway,
stand up.
Should have stood up for her friend that she's been with since college. I don't know, but like, I get that's like a bit awkward because it's her fiance's sister. But if she was like already saying, yeah, this girl is like a bit difficult, like real sorry, like, you know, it'll still be like a fun trip, rah, rah, rah. I do think that she should have said to her boyfriend, fiance, hey, your sister's been a bit out of line, but like maybe she secretly thought that she did steal the earrings.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I think it's a bit extreme though to kind of like be like, oh, I'm not going to go to the wedding.
Yeah, because also like, I don't know, when you've just got like problems with other people at the wedding or the bridal party, that's just like on you. Like, suck it up. Like, what if, like, for example, like if I had two best friends that really didn't like each other, but I wanted them to both be at my wedding and be part of my bridal party, like they should just suck it up. Don't you reckon?
At the end of the day,
One day.
it's not about you. It's about that person. It's their
Exactly.
one day. It's the one time in your life where you can really, really just be like, this
I'm
is all about
selfish.
me.
Yeah.
And be as selfish as you need to be. Like, I think that's like so fair. And
Also,
if you can't suck it up for a weekend or like just like a night, like what the hell?
also, like, I just don't understand when people cause issues for that, because it's not like someone's asking you to like live with them, or you're like asking them to marry that person that you hate. Like, they literally just want you there for like 8 hours.
But you don't have to socialize. Like, you don't
No.
have to like kiss each other on the fucking forehead and braid each other's hair. Like,
Just
you
be an
stand
adult.
there, be an adult. You do the duties that you're meant to be doing on the wedding day. I don't know. I think that she's the asshole for this one.
Oh, for sure.
I do think that the bride could have I don't know.
Stuck it up.
I need an English lesson today. I really need an English lesson. But I do think that the bride could have been a little bit more, hey, you're
Yeah, like to like ease what happened and try to smooth it over.
who knows? Maybe she did. Maybe she didn't
Maybe
like.
she stole the earrings.
Maybe she's just mad. This girl that like the non-bride, this girl that the story is about. Maybe she's just kind of like painting it to be a bit worse. That she's more the victim.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Interesting. Anyway,
I just think, just suck it up.
suck it up.
All right, my last one I think is like really good. Plus, once again, more marriage. So much drama with weddings. Anyways, I'm so excited for this one. Am I the asshole for going on a last date with my ex-girlfriend before I get married? My ex and I broke up because I just didn't see a future with her, and I'm now engaged to my current partner, and our wedding is next week. Everyone around me has always told me that my ex was the one that got away, and I went on a date with her just to make sure I was making the right decision with my current partner. Am I the asshole for doing this? Should I tell my fiance?
Bruh. You should have realized when you broke up with them. Oh, hell no. No. I'm not about that.
Oh, it's giving that trend. Let's hear it for the man of the year. You know that trend on
Yeah.
TikTok? Literally.
So the guy went and did that with the...
his
My
ex-girlfriend.
God, imagine all your family and friends being like, oh, like, you know, Keely, your ex was the one that got away. You'd be like, what the fuck?
Like, also, surely you should stick up for your current partner, or just like stop people from saying that, rather than, you know, listening to them being like, maybe she was the one that got away, and then
Yeah.
like going and making sure.
Wouldn't you be like, no, I'm absolutely in love with this woman. Like, we've got the best future. Like, da-da-da-da-da, be really hype. Instead of kind of, oh, maybe I got to go find out for myself.
Also, you were the one that proposed to your to-be wife. Like, you were the one that got down on one knee and said, can you be my wife? If you weren't sure, why didn't you go and like have this, you still shouldn't have a last date, but like, why didn't you go and seek this clarification prior to asking her to marry you?
Yeah.
What the hell? I just think that's crazy. But I think I have this gut feeling that this is a thing that a lot of men would do. Like, you just hear so many stories, and I just get the feeling that this is not uncommon. I read that and I was like, you've got to be kidding me.
Dirty.
If my partner, if I found out, like,
I would go bridezilla
I
on
would
that shit.
throw that. Actually, I wouldn't throw it off. Like, I would sell the ring and take the house. Like, I'd be like, absolutely not. Get out. You're gone.
Yeah.
Like,
Screw that.
go to therapy. Don't go on this last date. That's just like crazy. I don't know. I just like, it's giving when men have those like bachelor's parties the night before the wedding and they just go AWOL. They get
It's
strippers.
like last night single. The last night that you
Yeah.
were single was the night before you asked your partner to be your,
your
girlfriend,
girlfriend.
not your fiance. It is not when you propose. It is the minute that you become exclusive with someone. Bro, I don't know why I'm getting so passionate. I have not been in this situation. I'm like,
Neither.
I'm like, be my passion.
We have like the most
No.
beautiful boyfriends. We're like, screw you.
It's like,
Men.
fuck, they're really angry today.
I agree though, right?
No,
I
I'm
like,
not about that.
I think in the, maybe not so much now, but I think in the past that used to be a huge thing. Like, my last night single with the boys. Like, don't tell the wife like what happened at the bachelor's
That's
party.
why I feel like at like the what do they call it? The bachelor trip.
Bachelor, yeah.
So what's the difference between like hens weekend, bachelor?
They're just, hens means the girls, and then I think because you know
Bachelorette.
the term bucks party or like bucks night. It's also the same. As
Oh,
a
so it's like the
party.
same sort
yeah,
of thing.
like with the boys.
I feel like I'm the kind of person that would just like be like, okay, like let's just all go rock up at the club, like, hey boys.
I also think I've seen lately, like a lot of people do like combined bachelors and bachelorette parties. It actually seems really cute, and it makes more sense to me to do it that way. Like, yeah, maybe do like a combined thing, and then you guys can go off and like maybe like stay at a hotel with the girls and with the boys, like to have fun with your friends. However, you're getting married as a couple. Why not do all of these things together?
Yeah.
I've also
We'll have like a
always
big dinner.
yeah, like do
Yeah,
something
and
all
then you can all,
together,
like-
and then maybe go have
And
fun.
then you can give him like a gift, and then he boxes it, and it's like a
Yeah.
leash.
Literally. Wait, what'd you say? I was just like,
So
yeah.
you all get together for a dinner, like guys and girls, like both bridal parties, and then you give the groom a gift, and it's a
cute.
leash. And be
I
like,
didn't hear that
you're like,
part.
or like a little whip, and be like, yo, don't be naughty
Don't be
tonight.
literally like, stay in line. No, but also I'm curious to know what you think about this as well. Like same thing, celebrating together. Like I feel like baby showers, like it's usually just like the woman and her friends, which is cute. I think it's nice to do something with the girls, but like I think it'd be also nice to have a baby shower with like friends and family and like your partner there because it's your baby.
It takes two to make one.
Right? It's not just, I always feel like a lot of things end up always being about the woman, which is fine. I love to steal the spotlight, but like it's always couple stuff, but then for some reason it's like everyone does it separately and I'm like, it's your baby, it's your wedding. Like it's
Even
both
when
of
people
you.
on the wedding day, like they go and like run around the whole night with their own friends. It's like, no, you need to be like
enjoy that night with your
invisible
partner.
handcuffed the whole night. Like it's about you two together.
Like if you really, really want to have something about yourself with your friends, like go throw a rager for your 30th or something. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I always find that interesting, but who knows?
Anyway.
It's all right. We're just taking notes for when we get married.
We'll have to do some more because we're reading through. There were a million wedding ones. Maybe we'll have to do.
Yeah,
Let us know if you liked it.
wedding
And
themed episode.
and if it was good and you all
I
liked
like
it,
this.
we'll read out some more juicy drama about weddings.
100%. Actually, though, if you guys have an Am I the Asshole that you want to submit, we love hearing things from our listeners. So if you have something you can think of that's like really juicy, like send it through to us and we'll like add it on the list for next time because we'll 100% do some extra parts to this. Why?
I don't know.
We both get so awkward when we're trying to finish an episode where we're just like looking at each other like, who's going to wrap it up?
I know. I was like giving Hilly the eyes before being like, I keep not reading these right. Like so much pressure.
Okay,
But again, like you guys, obviously, if you were listening to our last episode, we're not editing this season. So it's going to be very relaxed, like fun vibe. And we want you to feel like you're in the room with us because
Yeah.
our feedback was mostly like, oh, I feel like it's a bit choppy. Like I feel like we're missing some gaps or something. And I don't know, we're just having fun. And like Keely and I are both just like ADHD brain. I feel like we laugh, we talk over the top of each other, we stumble on our words. It's just who we are and we're human. So
Exactly.
yeah,
So don't judge
we're owning
us.
out. And we're getting back into it. Like I feel like we have not been
so
on
out of
mics in
practice.
so long. So it's a bit kind of intimidating.
So jarring hearing my own voice. I'm like,
Yeah. But it was fun. So we really hope that you loved today's episode and we look forward to being able to bring the polls back again, get you guys involved. I really like that.
Exactly. We're so excited. We did say we were going to do the podcast monthly, but stay tuned because we think we actually might have it in the bag to do it fortnightly again.
No promises,
No
but
promises.
if not, we'll just do some bonus ones because we're really enjoying it again.
If you get a little Instagram story that says, no episode today because of a public holiday, it's just a cover up to say we didn't record an episode. Cat's out of the bag.
Lazy.
Actually, I want to tell them. Okay, I'm just going to say it. We were supposed to post, at one point it was fortnightly and one point it was weekly, but every time we just like didn't have an episode, it always just conveniently lined up with there being a public holiday on the Friday or the Monday, and we were like, oh my God, it's the perfect excuse. It's happened like, I would say 4 times. So anyways, if you get anything about a public holiday, that is why. We're going to try our best to stay consistent. We're so excited that we're back in your ears, and we can't wait for you guys to listen to the next episode.
We love you. We need like a family name. I feel like oh my God, we said this. Instant Lears.
I feel like there's something better we could
Because
do.
it's Keely and Ashley. So together we're the Lears.
Oh my God, true.
I don't know.
Instant
Instant
Lears. I
Lears.
feel like we could do better.
Okay, so
I know,
let
I
us
have to-
know what our fandom.
Phantom,
Oh,
yeah.
wait, you're not that famous. It's like the Am I the Arsehole? Let us know what our family name is, fan base guys.
If
Anyway,
you have any good suggestions, tell us, but we'll keep working on it in the meantime because I just feel like Instant Lears is a bit...
it's
I
like
don't know.
okay. Anyway, we're rambling now, but we love you guys so much. Please give this episode a 5-star rating. Leave a comment below, and we will be back in a month or not.
2
We'll
weeks,
see.
or maybe, who knows. Bye.